Thanks to some completely glitched out tuning, you can build this stunning 1960s muscle car to have an incredible 754 brake horsepower in a 600 pp race. This thing absolutely blitzes the opposition at the Tokyo Expressway. Stay tuned, I'll show you exactly how to build it. Hello everybody, thanks for stopping by. KCR-Mark here. Now if you're a regular viewer to the channel, you may remember this car. It was a build I did quite a while ago, but it was very popular. A lot of people really love this car, and it recently came back up in the Haggerty collection, so I was intrigued to see if the build still worked. A lot of these glitch builds have been nerfed by PD and they just simply don't work anymore, but thankfully this one still works fine. So I've done a bit of a freshen up to the build for the 1.62 update. It's even better than before. Anyone can build this car. It doesn't require an engine swap, so you can do it at any collector level at all. We're going to go through the complete build start to finish, and I'll show you exactly how to build this absolutely monstrous creation. So the car itself, in my opinion, is one of the best looking cars ever made. It's absolutely beautiful 1969 Ford Mustang Boss 429. Now I think it's fair to say that muscle cars aren't really renowned for their handling capabilities, but with this build that we're going to go through today, I think you're going to be very surprised how well this thing handles, and of course it's monstrously fast down the straights. So let's get straight into it. So if you don't own this car already, it's available in the Haggerty collection. It's on a rotation. At the time of making this video, on the 2nd of September, the car is available. It should be for another week at least. 294,000 credits for this absolutely stunning 60s muscle car. Okay, so the first visit is going to be to GT Autos, where we want the wide body kit, which is, I believe, 20,000 credits. Now this part is very important, so pay attention. Whichever wheels you choose, don't go any bigger than 17-inch wheels. You run a wide width, but make sure you use standard offset. This is critical to this car. As you can see from the side on view, when you fit the wide, it really throws the front tyres into the arches, and this car suffers from wheel arch clipping, so be very vigilant with this part and make sure you fit the standard offset. It's critical to this car. You want a Type B front splitter. We're using a Type A rear diffuser. For the rear wing, you can use either a Type A or a custom wing set. It's just a visual difference. It won't make any difference to the build itself. Now our next visit is going to be the tuning shop. I will warn you in advance, there is quite a lot to buy, but bearing in mind it's a fairly cheap base car. You don't have to do an engine swap, so you have to buy quite a bit. It's not that expensive, but it's well worth it. Trust me, this car is fantastic. Okay, so here we go. We want stage 1 weight reduction, sports hard tyres, bore up, high lift camshaft, stage 2 weight reduction, ballast. On the next sheet we want racing crankshaft, fully customized computer. We want the low end supercharger. Now the next two pieces are really to bring the PP down. We want fully customized LSD, and we're using a fully customized manual transmission. Stage 3 weight reduction, increased body rigidity. Next page we want engine balancing, polished ports. We want the racing intercooler, racing air filter, racing silencer, racing manifold, racing brake pads and discs. Fully customized suspension, and finally the racing clutch and flywheel. So with the car all built up, we can head on to the tuning sheet, and this is where all the glitchy madness happens. So we'll start off with the suspension and differential tuning. Now this is a evolution of my previous tune. It took a lot of trial and error to get this right. Obviously, with it being a rear wheel drive car with so much power, oversteer is your main enemy, so I've dialed that out as best I can. I think you're going to be very shocked how well this car handles. On paper it shouldn't do, and I think that's why the performance points are so low on the car, and you can get all this glitchy madness going on. So we'll head on to the next sheet, and this is where all the glitchy madness happens. So we'll start with the manual transmission. This one's fairly simple. It's just a 5-speed transmission. The standard ratios are really good, so I've left them as is. All I've done is adjusted the top speed to 330 kilometers an hour. This car, believe it or not, is going to be topping out close to 220 miles an hour down the main straight. So the next part is where all the magic happens. This is where we're going to trick the PP system into just giving us 600 performance points. So you make sure you get this absolutely precise. It's got to be bang on. Now, adding ballast might seem a bit counterintuitive after we've installed all that weight reduction, but it's all about getting the balance exactly where we want it on the car to trick the PP system down to 600. So you want 145 exactly at the front of the car, any more or less, and the PP will shoot up to like 620. So you need to get that bang on, and you want minimum downforce on the front and maximum on the back. Now, I think the way this works and the way the game calculates the PP is it's going to calculate on how drivable and how good the car's going to be. So with it having weird aerodynamics, strange weight distribution, loads of power and not very grippy tyres, the game thinks it's going to be undrivable, so it gives it a really low PP figure. But as we see when we get into the race, that isn't the case. It drives absolutely fantastic. So with all that done, we can head to the race and put this absolute brute through its paces. So of course, it's been a 600 PP build. We're going to head to Tokyo Expressway. We're going to the World Touring Car 600. This is the most profitable money earner in the game. You'll be earning 1.65 million credits in an hour. So as we get into the race, I was advised going into traction control 2 just for the first 3 laps, maybe, where the track is a bit damp. Obviously this car's got an obscene amount of horsepower, so yeah, that traction control helps quite a bit. You don't need to adjust the fuel map on this car. Even with that huge amount of power, it is actually quite good on fuel, and will do about 7 or 8 laps, believe it or not. So you only need to do a 1 pit stop strategy on that, and straight away you can see the ferocious speed of this car. Even from a standing start, we're doing 210 miles an hour into the first corner. Now, I don't usually advise doing this, but because of the speed of the car and where you're going to end up, I would advise wall riding just the first corner, the first lap. It just keeps you out of trouble. It stops you getting shunted from behind. The car is very good, but one of its only downfalls is the brakes aren't brilliant, so you do have to brake a little bit early. In that first lap, you're very prone to getting rear-ended, so I'd advise doing a wall ride just for that first lap. Now, of course, this car is built predominantly as a power car. It goes extremely fast down the straights, but with this tune on the car, I think you're going to be shocked just how good it is at cornering. I certainly was anyway. I wasn't expecting it to be that good. As I said before, I don't think I'm being unfair when I say muscle cars aren't really renowned for their cornering prowess, but this is surprisingly good. Obviously, you've got to be careful with it. You can't treat it like a four-wheel drive rally car or something like that. You need a bit of momentum. So the old adage of slow in, fast out really applies to this car. Brake a bit early, and you need to scrub that speed off. Just ease it into the corners and power gently out. Don't get lamping on the throttle. Obviously, it's got a lot of horsepower, so I would advise using third and fourth gears are your friend with this car. You don't really need to go much lower than that, only for the chicane. Goes without saying, the party piece of this car is its enormous top speed. It absolutely flies past everything. You'll be topping out almost 220 miles an hour in the dry at the end of the main straight in this car. It's absolutely phenomenal and just blitzes the opposition. So as I said, just one pit stop strategy for this car. Even with that huge 7-litre V8, it's surprisingly good on fuel. So you can make it to the end of lap 6 where you need to refuel. The tyres seem to hold out fine. When you do exit the pit, you might find that the couple of cars jump you, but don't worry about that. They haven't pitted yet. They both pit on lap 7 and 8. So there's no need to concern yourself with that. You should have a massive lead by the end of the race in this car. So in the latter half of the race, after the pit stop, you'll find yourself with an almost completely dry track, and this car just comes into its own. It's amazingly good handling. Like I say, it wasn't really designed for this, but yeah, really proud of this tune. It's always satisfying when you can get a really tricky to drive car handling so well, and I think you're really going to enjoy this one. So by the end of the race, we're skipping onto the last straight here. As you can see, I've got almost a minute lead. Really easy victory with this car. It's just so rapid and nice to drive. 2:05.7 fastest lap, so a really quick car. Really good fun to drive, and yeah, I think you're going to have a blast with this thing. So finishing time of just over 26 minutes. So with that clean race bonus, you'll be getting 1.65 million credits in about 53 minutes. So one of the best money earners there is on the game. So as always, a massive thank you for stopping by. Really hope you give this tune a try and have fun with it. Let me know. I always like reading the feedback in the comments, and I'll be doing some more Gran Turismo 7 tuning videos very shortly. So I hope to see you there. Thanks again. See you later. Bye.